We transitioned from a 40-year bond bull market to a 40-year deregulation bull market during the Reagan-Thatcher era of financialization to the beginning of a new era that will be driven by commodities. Russia effectively ended the financialization era, ushering in a commodity-based global economy. As commodities take center stage, the Russian ruble is indicating that it is trading at recent highs. Bitcoin is the ultimate commodity, the fastest horse in the race, according to Paul Tudor Jones. It will outperform all other commodities and equities during the next 10 years and will be the best performing asset. Would I invest in Bitcoin? Max Keiser, a well-known American broadcaster, is renowned for his often heated but always timely views on the crypto sector. Keiser discusses government regulation in the United States and its impact on the Bitcoin sector in a new interview with Stanberry's Daniela Camponi. The US government, as well as other countries across the world, has no influence over Bitcoin, according to Keiser. Governments and regulators, according to Keiser, have learned that they must either enter the space of risk being left behind. Conversely to Michael Saylor, Keiser claims that Biden's executive order and its impact on the crypto field do not thrill him. Please watch the entire video to hear Keiser's opinions on Bitcoin's new era, as well as Elon Musk's new takeover of Twitter. Welcome to Cryptique, a channel that gives critical evaluation or analysis, especially in dealing with crypto. Everything regarding money, finance, investing, cryptocurrency, and blockchain-related topics including ICOs, NFTs, and yield farming. It makes no difference what any government states about Bitcoin because it is completely decentralized and exists independently of any single corporation or country. Governments are only now recognizing that they have no influence on Bitcoin. They've progressed from thinking, well, we'll outlaw Bitcoin, to realizing that they can't abandon Bitcoin. They comprehend the dread of missing out. The countries that hoard and mine Bitcoin the most and as quickly as possible will be in a far better position than the latecomers. This is the present state of affairs among several governments, with the exception of those in Europe who are genuinely brain dead. Europe is stating unequivocally that it is not enthusiastic in partaking in the 21st century economy. They died, but their bodies have not yet been cremated. That will most likely happen in 2022, because I've noted that the euro is approaching parity with the dollar and it's likely to hit new all-time lows in the 60-cent range. As a result, Europe as a whole can be thrown in the bin since the leaders are bureaucratic, clerical, and moronic. They can be completely disregarded. Elon Musk will most likely buy France and transform it into a tourist destination. Were you glad Twitter was purchased by Elon? Sure, people opposed to free speech were using Twitter to their advantage. Elon Musk understands that robust capitalist free market economies require both free markets and free speech. He'll carry that to Twitter, and we'll see a far better Twitter as a result. I'll likely go public once more in 2 or 3 years, at a valuation that's 2 or 3 times what he got when he went private. So you're claiming Bitcoin didn't need it. Michael Saylor viewed the announcement as a huge boost for Bitcoin adoption. I disagree with Michael Saylor's assessment of the US dollar. That reasoning does not hold water with me. It's not unexpected that he thinks that the US government's statements are positive. That does not seem important or relevant to me. In any case, he's a supporter of the dollar as the world's reserve currency. It corresponds to his working style. It's okay, but it's not my stance. Bitcoin is unrelated to any government stance on the currency. Governments have just one option: start mining and hoarding Bitcoin or become obsolete in the next 10 years. Bitcoin, according to Keiser, will be one of the world's largest and most extensively used currencies. He claims that the crypto asset, along with the gold-backed Russian ruble or Chinese yuan, will put an end to the US dollar's unipolarity as a reserve currency, ushering in a bipolar world with several reserve currencies.
You buy that stock, you're buying financial terrorism, don't you understand that?
So, if you think this video has clarified some things for you, please consider liking it and clicking that bell button to be notified of our new videos. Also, you might want to consider subscribing to our channel. It'll really help us out. Back to our video. Please take a moment to listen to Keiser's explanation. So, you've gone from a unipolar world with the US dollar as the reserve currency to a pluralistic world with a variety of currencies. So, you have the dollar, which is dying, a gold-backed ruble, which will be allied with China, Iran, Brazil, or the BRIC countries, and then there's Bitcoin. Countries are beginning to accept Bitcoin. We can see this now in Central America with El Salvador, and we can discuss this new fund we're launching. By the way, there is a small town in El Salvador called El Zonte Capital, about which you may learn more if you send an email to hello@elzontecapital.com. Other Central American and Latin American regions will start to incorporate Bitcoin. More action is now being seen in Africa. Today, a country in Africa announced that Bitcoin will be a legal tender, therefore that will be a significant theme in Africa. Those countries who wish to skip the entire fiat money and banking system and simply want to jump into the 21st century, they could just adopt the Bitcoin standard and avoid all of the nonsense involving central banks, fiat money, and bureaucracy. They can simply switch to a hard-earned money Bitcoin standard and immediately participate in 21st century economics. That will be observed. The three developments are as follows. As the US dollar declines, gold-backed currencies emerge in countries like Russia and China, which have been proactively buying gold for decades. Then there's Bitcoin, which is the world's biggest surprise hard money, revolutionary currency, and has its own dynamic. A declining dollar, a stronger gold-backed ruble, and Bitcoin to reign supreme. This is the future of the world's largest cryptocurrency according to Keiser. How do you feel about Keiser's interview? Please leave your thoughts in the section below. And with that, this concludes our video. Acquired a lot of knowledge from this? We recommend checking out our other relevant videos from our channel. Also consider sharing this video to any friends or family members who might find it useful. Until next time!